Hello everybody. I got into the Titanfall beta. Unfortunately, a lot of my friends weren't lucky enough to get in, so haven't been playing with them. But that's alright, it's the PC beta. And I guess I want to make this video to sort of just have a little first impression to tell people what I think of it. Because, I mean, you know, it's not like other betas where like everybody gets in. Because I know there are a lot of betas where they just let everybody in, and I mean, anybody who cares about it can play it, but obviously that's not the case with this one because I know a lot of people, like the majority, I mean at least like, you know, 10 of my friends who wanted to get in and signed up for it didn't get in, so yeah, that's what this is for. What is on screen is my first ever complete match. I joined an in-progress one, so I didn't really want to show that because I was sort of confused and it was a different mode to what I was used to, but anyway, I suppose if you don't know anything about Titanfall, it's hailed as the next COD killer, and I fucking hate COD, man. COD is shit. Like, it bores me. I mean, COD 4, I had so much fun with COD 4 because, you know, it was a new thing. Obviously, you know, they finally did, like, really good, fast-paced multiplayer. But then everything else after that, you know, I bought Modern Warfare 2 because I was playing on a friend's COD 4. So I was like, yeah, I'll finally buy a Call of Duty and I'll be one of the cool kids. And I just got bored really, really quickly of Modern Warfare 2, which arguably is the best one, but it's just the same shit as Modern Warfare 2. And they've all been the same so far, and of course this is made by the guys that made COD 4, Respawn, so, you know, they know what they're doing, anyway, to make a fun game. And thank God they didn't just make, like, another Call of Duty, because we need more sci-fi shooters. They're cool. So this game, the whole idea is it's basically Call of Duty crossed with Brink, crossed with MechWarrior. And actually, I say a lot, it basically does what Brink should have done. It has a really good parkour system, because you have like jetpacks, so you can double jump and crap, you can run on walls, you can hang on walls, which I haven't actually done yet, but you do it by holding the right mouse button, or the left trigger, like the aim-in button. It's like, well, I mean, I guess I haven't played a COD game in a long time, but I would say it's a lot more fast-paced, purely because of the way that you can navigate the environment. And then it has a whole completely different element. You can see down the bottom right, the Titanfall thing. You get to drop a Titan, and you get in it, and it's a lot more slower paced, and the battles feel a lot more like Hawken or something, which isn't a bad thing, because Hawken is pretty fun, as it is. Yeah, I mean, as a COD killer, like, I don't like the term COD killer because, I don't know, people aren't just gonna up and drop like Apple as a product, and people aren't just gonna up and drop Call of Duty as a product, but if there's anything that has come close to be a COD killer, this is like about as close as you'll get. It's just, they got all the same good feel of COD, but they actually decided to do something with it different, and not just make the same shit over and over again. I mean, there isn't much to say besides what's on screen. In the beta, there's a few different modes. There's basically a team deathmatch mode. Which I think is what I'm playing right now. Yeah. There's a capture point mode, hard point, which is as you'd expect. And then there's Last Titan Standing, where everyone spawns in a Titan, and then the game kind of plays in reverse, where you all get a Titan, and then if you die, you have the chance to jump out of your Titan. So instead of starting on the ground and getting in a Titan, that's kind of like, you know, where the gameplay peaks, it goes in the other way instead, and, you know, when you lose your Titan, you're sort of like a support for your team, you know, using the anti-Titan weaponry, or trying to jump on the enemy Titans and shoot inside their little bits, the computer bits, which I might add is really friggin' cool, being able to like jump on dudes. It works really well as well. Everything in this game just kind of does it. If you want to do it, it's pretty easy to do it. There's one thing I have a problem with, and that's jumping through windows. It's too finagly, but that's always a problem, jumping through windows. The beta lets you go up to like level 10. It's got like 5 primary weapons. So I mean, kind of simple, 2 maps, showing off about as much as you'd expect. But I mean, like, I was kind of on the fence with this because I was like, yeah, I've been tricked by Battlefield 4. You know, I bought into Battlefield 4 and now I regret it because I don't really play it anymore. Like, which, I don't know, it's just kind of not that great anymore. but this game convinced me to buy it. But then again, the Battlefield 4 beta convinced me to buy Battlefield 4. So, knowing me, I would probably play this game for a month max and drop it. But that's no fault to the game, that is a fault to me, because this game is great. If you like COD, obviously buy it. If you like any sort of shooters, you should probably at least go to a friend's house and play it, because it's fun. It also has this weird thing with like AI in both like ground dudes and mechs, because there's like it's 6v6, but there's bots on your team, and the bots don't do crap. Like, don't expect the bots to be doing anything. A squad of 4 usually drops down every time. They will not kill you, definitely not. But it's pretty fun to just like sort of, you know, jump in like from a rooftop, take down a whole squad, and capture a point. It makes you feel good. It gives you points. In fact, I had a game of capture points where I lost because we were capturing all the points, but we lost because they had a lot more, you know, grunt kills than us. They also have some anti-mech weaponry, some of them, so that's, like, you don't want to be shot by a rocket launcher, because they do a lot of damage. The mechs have shields and health, kind of like Halo 1, in fact exactly like Halo 1. If you lose your permanent health, it won't come back, unless you... actually no, you can't repair your health, so you definitely want to retreat as soon as you start losing any shield, which is quick. Like, mechs may seem like they could take a lot of punishment, but once you start losing it and all the lights start flashing, you're going to start freaking out and having arm flashbacks, and then you'll explode. But you have time to jump out, because there's like a warning phase, which can obviously be accelerated by being shot more, but once you're in the doomed mode, you have to get out, or else you'll explode. You can eject. If somebody's on your Titan shooting you when that happens, they'll eject up with you, and that gives them a chance to sort of finish you off. You can get out of your mech at any time. In fact, I usually call my Titan and just leave it. I just leave it walking around, because it's not that effective. Like, they're not smart when they're walking around on their own. At best, they might, you know, step on a guy by accident or shoot a dude or something. Like, they're not going to kill a Titan controlled by a player, that's for damn sure. They will maybe kill a Titan that's being autopiloted as well. But really, they're just kind of like guard dogs who's going to bark at dudes and not just kind of look intimidating. So, you know, if you see an autopilot Titan, get over the fact that it's a giant mech. You can usually take it on unless they get lucky and hit you. Because if you jump on their head, they basically take a knee and don't do shit if they're in autopilot mode. If they're not in autopilot mode and you jump on them, then the player has a choice to jump out or not jump out and then die. Because there's nothing you can do. Unless you have a teammate near you who can maybe, you know, punch the dude off or shoot him, he's stuck on there and you can't get him off unless you get out. So that's a kind of a cool way to balance people who are still on the ground. You know, they're super squishy, but they're almost like glass cannons, because they'll die immediately from a Titan, but they can do a lot of damage, and it goes through shields when you jump on them. If you shoot straight into their head when you're on top of them and you unscrew a little like lid on them, you shoot straight through their shields and do armor damage, which, like I said, is irreversible. So that's super handy if they don't notice you in like crazy firefight. But if there's explosions and shit going off everywhere, you're gonna die. So yeah, that's a cool thing. Obviously, you know, mechs versus people, that's pretty simple. You're a giant robot, you shoot dudes. Mechs versus mechs feels really cool. If you've played Hawken, like I said, it kind of feels like that. Where it's like, you know, it's a lot of dashing around, in and out of cover, waiting for your shields to recharge, and then like ganging up and going in for the kill. You really need the 2v1. You need the unfair situations. After a while of like doing damage, you get a sort of like a damage boost. So you can sort of use that to burst, and you also get like a missile salvo. So you can use that to kind of do more burst damage at the same time as shooting your primary weapons. And then you also get a shield, like a vortex. They call it a vortex shield, that you can you hold it up with. It's one of your special actions. It's kind of like sort of your special power that you would have, like cloak. On the ground you can like cloak, and in your mech you can use a vortex shield, which will catch all the projectiles that come towards you, and you can throw them back. But if someone is smart, they'll shoot all the projectiles, let you catch them, and then they will catch the projectile bunch that you throw back at them, and they'll throw that back at you, and you kind of get a little, like, Legend of Zelda Ganon fight, where you're, like, knocking back the magic ball at each other, and just, like, whoever doesn't have any more left or misses it takes a whole bunch of damage, because it's basically all the projectiles bundled into one at you at the same time, so that's going to do a lot of damage, and obviously they'll be taking none because, you know, they've shielded it all. So there's a lot of dynamics with that. You can also switch it out for smoke. You'll unlock that later. In terms of unlocking like weapon stuff, you do that through challenges. So in the same way that a lot of recent Call of Duties have done, you know, if you get like 20 headshots with a gun, you'll get a thing for it, and whatever. So I mean, that's alright. Don't really mind that. I would rather you just kind of play with the gun and get them, but actually no, saying that, giving you a little challenge to do, it sort of breaks the monotony. I remember that's why I liked the game where you kick dudes into cactuses. Can't quite remember the name. Yeah, that had a lot of the weapon challenges. So overall, I mean, I like it. That's about it. I think I'll be posting the rest of the footage that I got in separate games to kind of show off the different game modes. And that's about it. Yeah, maybe I'll post like a tips and tricks video if you want that. Let me know, you know, if you want to see more of Titanfall, because it's up for a few more days. Let me know if you want to see more coverage on it, or like tips or anything. Just tell me what you want, and let me know if you want to see this for more video games where I just have a look at a game and talk about it and tell you my impressions in a video, because it's really easy to do this, because all I have to do is play the game, which is fun, and then I need to talk about it, and I love talking. So yeah, let me know. Also, just as a quick shout out, JJ lent me his account. My origin name is not Hungry Jack. That is in fact James Jack, our best of editor. So thank you for him for lending his account. I now have my own key, so I'll be playing on mine. Not that I'm going to let you guys add me, because that would get crazy. Anyway, yeah, if you don't have Titanfall, hope you enjoyed the video. If you do have Titanfall, good, you're lucky. You're probably in the 1% of human beings. So good on you, and see you guys later.